Movie buff number 7, Kong Skull Island. Let's get right into this. It was cool. I'll tell you right now, seeing John C. Reilly, Samuel L. Jackson, Tom Hiddleston, who was the guy that... Brie Larson, John C. Reilly, who was the guy that was in... they don't have him listed, but the guy from Eazy-E, from Straight Outta Compton. You see all these guys and you're like Loki's walking around. And you're like, what's Loki doing in Kong? It just takes you out of the movie immediately. I mean, that's my only gripe, really. And the unrealistic thought that you can take down Kong. No, he's like a freaking gorilla that's bigger than a building. You can't take him down with a couple of machine guns and some fire. Okay, which, I mean, is what they try to do in this movie, basically. This movie basically is these scientists that are out trying to discover like oddities, like Kong, Godzilla, aliens, shit like that. And they get one over on the government to fund them to go to this island, okay, that's got like this hurricane constantly moving around it that hides this island, okay? And so they need a team of like badass military guys to fly them in. And Vietnam, this is shot way back in the day, so Vietnam War is just now getting over. And so they're kind of piggybacking on a Vietnam, mission to come back home, and they get these ragtag group of individuals to come pay them, and they pay a tracker, which is Tom Hiddleston's character. Him and Brie Larson are probably my favorite characters in the movie, but Brie Larson, she's like a journalist, so they got a little team of whatever. And the movie takes way too long to set up seeing Kong. You see Kong at the beginning of the movie, you see him, but you don't see him. You know what I mean? You just get a quick view, and that's it. And it's a slow burn. It's a slow burn, developing all these teams. You don't really care about anybody on the team, really. Getting to know them, you don't really, I'm ready to see Kong. You know what I mean? You're not going to Kong for the acting ability. You're not going to Kong for the drama or the storytelling. You're going to see Kong wreck shit. And that's exactly what it was. Once they got to the island, it was cool. But they get there, and immediately they start like dropping charges. Like dropping charges. And they tell, we're going to measure the seismic, see what's under the earth so we can do minerals. No. What they're doing is they're trying to push whatever, they're trying to find Kong. Basically, they don't know that he's there. They know something's there because they pick it up on like a satellite radar. And, you don't come into Kong's house dropping bombs on him. He's going to drop bombs on you, and he does. And he basically, he takes them all out. Boom, boom, boom. They're gone. I mean, it's a badass scene. You think pretty much everyone's dead, but there's a bunch of people that survived the crashes and stuff, and that's kind of where the movie starts, really. They kind of are all separated, shooting flares, trying to find each other, and there's different groups that are separated and stuff, kind of tell us different stories. But the main group, the tracker and Brie Larson, the photographer's character, they have a bunch of little team with them, and they run into a guy that in the first of the movie you see went down in World War II. Okay, so he's been there for like 40 years or something, or a long ass time. And he's still there. He was a young man when you see him in the beginning of the movie. Now he's an old man. You know what I mean? And he's funny. It's John C. Reilly, so it's that kind of comedy. But it's funny. He has some good laugh moments. But he kind of tells him, hey, Kong's not the one you got to worry about on this island. We've got these creatures that live under the ground. They're the problems. Okay, and he calls them like skull crushers or something like that, some silly name. And basically Kong protects the people. There's like a little indigenous population, and they've got walls built around them and stuff. and they worship Kong like a god. We find out that basically Kong's mom and dad, possibly more family, was wiped out by these things that they're big. There's small ones, they're babies, and then there's the big daddy, and that's what killed Kong's family. So we know they're not to be trifled with or whatever, but now Kong's like running shit, so he can handle the babies. He just like rips them apart, breaks their necks, throws them. It's cool. It's nonsensical violence, but it's awesome to watch. And he's just basically like, you came into his land and basically started trying to beef with him. Yeah, he's gonna be pissed off, like, obviously. And in this part of the movie, you're starting to be like, okay, I'm on Kong's side. And this is kind of where I had a real problem with the movie. This is where my score started to dip down. Sam Jackson is institutionalized, basically. He can't come back from war. He doesn't want to go home. He has nothing to go home to. So all these platoons they're happy to see their family. He wants to get back in the shit. You know what I mean? He's institutionalized. He's ready. He doesn't want to go back home. He wants war. And they kind of lost the Vietnam War, so he's kind of got a chip on his shoulder, okay? He's pissed. So he's like, this is one war we're not losing or whatever, and he's basically saying, I'm going to get all my men, and yeah, I understand, Kong killed all your men, you got all these dog tags and shit hanging out. I get that, you want to protect your brothers or whatever, but he's kind of like on a solo mission. Like even his troops, his team, his boys, they're like, holding guns and shit, they're falling around, but like, this motherfucker's kind of losing it, like we don't really know if he's right up there. And there's a part in the movie where literally Kong, like I said, he's taller than a skyscraper, is just wrecking shop, okay? And there's flames going up everywhere. And Kong's looking, and then you see Sam Jackson just standing there. Like he's gonna do something. It's King Kong. It could squash you. So they make it like he's some kind of superhero. I don't know what he thinks he is. It was irritating to think you were shooting at this guy with 50 cal in the helicopters, 40 to 15 of them, whatever the hell you had. And he brought you all down with no problem. Okay? 5 minutes of the movie, you're gone. And now you have machine guns, pew pew, and a can of gas and some napalm grenades, and you think you're gonna beat him? It was silly. That part was silly. The fact that they think they can hang with this guy and actually take him out. That was silly. And he believed. He was like, we're gonna go kill this thing. See that? It bleeds. Blah blah blah. Bro. No, man. Kong's whooping your ass. He's been whooping your ass this whole movie. And it kind of got more out of the realm of possibility. When they actually brought Kong down, they kind of set this little trap for him and he flamed up or whatever. They kind of made it to where when he's coming through the water, they've been putting gasoline on top of the water and then they lit it going up. This isn't spoilers, it's Kong. You're going to either go see the movie to see him fight or you're not. You're not going for the story, okay? But Kong, balls down, and you think, he's not dead. But then the entire time we've been waiting, and then the big lizard comes out. And they're weird. They only got like 2 legs and they've got this long ass tail. And they're bad. I mean, these suckers, they're bad. They've got like this long ass mouth with all these teeth. I mean, their creatures looked cool. It was a different type of creature we haven't seen in the movies. And they're kind of like they don't really have, almost like a snake, lizard type deal, so he has a hard time fighting them because they're constantly like slime, he's clawing him and stuff. The fight scene in the last movie, that's worth the price of admission right there, okay? That was awesome. And, of course, Kong wins, baby. He's King Kong, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, no spoilers. We know King Kong's going to win. It's not a big deal. You guys are going to go see it because of Kong. I give the movie, I wouldn't say a 5, but not very much higher than a 5. 5.5, 6. It was cool. Like I said, price of admission, to me, worth it to see this badass fights and a couple of awesome scenes with Kong. And they're making this cinematic universe. They got a little post-credit scene, so make sure you stay for that. And they kind of are tying in Godzilla versus Kong. They've got Mothra. They've got Hydra. They've got all these that they're going to start introducing probably in later movies and stuff. That's the whole point of this movie, is to start ramping up the cinematic universe like everybody's doing now. But it was cool. You know, go check it out. We had some sushi in our bellies, me and my buddy. Snuck some candy in the movies. We were kicked back in the screening room at the Warren. It was a great time. He liked it. I liked it. I mean, we both were like, yeah, we pretty much knew what we were getting into. You know, it was Kong, you know, kicking some ass. So, it was good. Go see it. If you want a silly, you know, popcorn thriller action movie, you know, Kong. Till next time, Movie Buff.